Hi, my name's Emma. So I'm currently a senior at University of Connecticut, filling up my requirements so that I can graduate in May, which I'm very excited about. While at UConn, I've studied economics and political science, and I had a minor in healthcare management. So in the fall, I will be going to New York City to study public health in grad school. I'm originally actually from New Hampshire. I was born and raised in Portsmouth, and my dad is a physician. My mom is a registered nurse. I also have a younger brother and a younger sister. My brother is 20, and he attended University of Maryland for a few semesters, but decided that that wasn't really what he wanted to do, so he's trying to figure that out now. My sister is 18, and she is a freshman at Lehigh. Some of my things that I like to do in my spare time include I love running and fitness and working out and going to the gym. I'm a huge fitness freak. And I like to find a way to work out wherever I am with whatever I have, which is always really fun for me to find new creative things to do to keep myself in shape. I'm also a big fan of music. I played clarinet for 8 years in elementary, middle, and high school, and I've also played some guitar, some piano, and percussion. I was actually a xylophonist and played the marimba too for several years in high school. Um, I also love travel. I love going places and planning out the next place I'm going to go. I've been to Ecuador, Morocco, India, and Haiti so far, and I really, really want to hit all six big continents before I'm 25. So I still have Europe and Australia left. So, and you can see that I'm in my little map corner right here where I have my world map and my US map, and I really like just looking at maps and planning out. The world is so big, I just want to see all the different places that I can go. The other thing that I really love doing in my spare time is just arts and crafts and painting, and you can see over here I have kind of a wall on top of the giant mess that is my bed right now, sorry about that, of just crafts and photo collages that I've made of me and my friends, and I like to write song lyrics on canvases and make it glittery and make it pretty. Confident, driven, low maintenance, I don't know if that counts as two words I'm using in this one, adventurous, and creative. Yes, I was a camp kid, grew up a camp kid, love everything about camp. I've also been a counselor before, so I definitely know what I'm getting myself into. I went to Camp Nellie Huckins, which is in Freedom, New Hampshire, for 8 summers. From the summer I was 8 to the summer that I was 16. My last summer I was a counselor in training. In the summer of 2012, I was a counselor at Lake Bryn Mawr Camp in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. And that was as a cabin specialist position, so I did not have an activity area. I stayed with my cabin all day, every day, and went to all the activities with my girls. So I had these 8 girls, and I got to know them so well because they were there for 7 weeks. So they were like my little family of little sisters, and they were not they were not easy. There was some very strong personalities, but I think that I really kind of made them feel at home at camp. They were all kind of young. It was some of them, weren't very secure about going to camp, but it was a very, very great summer. I did not get a lot of sleep. I was tired a lot of the time, but it was so rewarding. I remember the first time one of my campers got up on water skis, I almost cried, which is lame and sappy, but I did. So yeah, I have been at camp for I think almost half the summers of my life now, and I absolutely love it, and this is the only place that I ever want to spend my summer ever. In addition to my camp counseling experience, which I kind of already touched on, I've spent my last 2 summers as a full-time nanny for a local family, so that was a daily position. It wasn't a live-in, but I worked for them 36 hours a week with 2 kids one summer, and then the next summer they had 2 of their cousins come and stay for several weeks, so I had 4 kids. And that was really enjoyable. I love just seeing them grow over the course of a year and seeing all the new stuff that they learned, and just being able to walk in every morning at 7 a.m. It was a really early start, but they would always run up and greet me, and I was responsible for giving them breakfast and lunch, entertaining them on the days when they didn't have any activities. I organized playdates with local moms, and I took them to their camps and to their tennis lessons and swimming lessons. And I really, really developed a close bond, not only with the kids, but with the parents, who now I consider kind of to be my friends. Okay, number 1, safety. That's the most important thing. If you're a camp counselor, you are responsible for keeping your campers safe 24/7. Even if it's your day off and you happen to be walking by one of your campers and something is going on, you have to intervene because these parents are literally entrusting you with their children. You have to be on board all the time with keeping them 100% safe. Even if that means not having fun sometimes, that's like your biggest responsibility. Second responsibility is making sure that they're having fun, because that's what camp is about. And every summer, these kids want to be able to come back to this camp and have it be kind of the place that they grew up and the place where they have all these amazing memories. And if they don't have fun, they're not going to want to come back, and they're not going to get that. So after safety, the counselor's main responsibility is making sure that all of the campers have a really fun summer. And aside from that, responsibilities just include making sure that campers go about their daily schedule properly, making sure that stuff gets done, cleaning for inspection, getting changed to go to activities, getting to dinner on time, also dealing with campers' emotions, which can be very trying at times, but girls get homesick and it's very important to know how to deal with that. They also might start fighting with each other, which is annoying, but you have to know how to deal with that without blowing up. Also dealing with just, individual campers some are more difficult than others, so some kind of have insecurities that you have to watch out for. Some might have behavioral problems that, can cause issues within the bunk. So you have to make sure that you're keeping an eye on all of your campers, making sure that all of them are having a fun summer, not just the most, and making sure that, one or two campers can't slip through the cracks. That's not the kind of business that a camp is. You have to make sure that 100% of your campers are safe and enjoying themselves 100% of the time. I think that I am very resilient, very fun, and I work very well under pressure. And a lot of camp is pressure because there is just like so many girls you have to look after, and boys too, and so many different activities going on. It can be kind of a lot to get kids from one place to another, and it can be a lot to come up with new activities every day for them to do so they don't get bored. I think that those are two things that I have a ton of experience with. I have 100 camp activities just in my head from all my years as a camper and then counselor, and I could entertain a group of 5 to 10 kids for hours just doing nothing except for camp games. So I think that that's really important for a counselor to have. Also, just patience, because sometimes the kids are going to do something that makes you upset, or they're going to do something that frustrates you or angers you, or, they're even just going to take too long to get to, an activity or to clean the cabin. And you kind of want to just jump up and down and stomp your feet and scream, but you can't do that because they're looking to you as a role model. So you have to just kind of take a deep breath and be able to remove yourself from the situation and be like, okay, this isn't a big deal. Let's just, make sure that everyone comes out of this, no one's feelings get hurt and no one, is angry at anyone else. So you have to kind of be able to step back and put things into perspective. And I think I can do that really well because I've done it before. And then finally, for being a camp counselor, you really just need to be a kid a lot of the time and just understand what's funny to kids and what they want to see, what they want to do. There were times when I've jumped into the lake with my clothes on because my campers thought it would be funny, and I was just like, okay, I'll do it. I've had whipped cream thrown all over my face. I've been tackled in the dirt. Just goofy things like that. You have to be willing to make a fool out of yourself, because that's what the campers really want to see. They love when their counselor makes a fool out of themselves. And so if you're not willing to do that, and if you're like, oh, I don't want to get dirty or something like that, that's just, you're not going to be an effective counselor because the kids aren't going to respect you in that way. Management at my current job is actually amazing, and I have almost no suggestions for them because I work as a barista and a student supervisor in a chain of cafes. It's just a on-campus job that I have to pay my bills, but I really, really respect my management, and I think that they're just amazing, amazing people. And the reason for that is because they always keep everyone on staff completely informed about any changes that are going on in the system. I feel like my opinion is validated there. I feel like everything that I have to say is going to be heard by somebody, and I really appreciate that, and I really respect that about them. So I don't really have any suggestions except for keep it up, you're nailing it. I really want an employer who is actually concerned with my personal well-being and not just their business and their profits. I found that at the last camp that I worked at, I was very much treated like a second-class citizen, and I was just kind of someone there to kind of herd the cattle and make sure that the kids stayed alive so that the parents could pay the money to the camp and send them back the next year and the camp would get more money. I really did not appreciate that. I want to work for a place where it's understood that I'm giving up my summer and I'm not getting paid that much, and I don't need special treatment. I don't need a ton of special recognition, but I do deserve to be treated like a human being.
As someone who's born and raised in New Hampshire, I'm definitely not afraid of bugs, thunderstorms, snakes, beetles, things that creep and crawl, dirt. I love it all. I've been hiking and fishing and kayaking, skiing, trail running since I was a baby. My parents used to take me up like Mount Washington on a backpack. So I'm definitely very familiar with the outdoors. I also obviously was a camper. I lived in a cabin that had no running water and only one light bulb for electricity for summer after summer. I survived that, so I think I'm good. I think that I can handle anything that the outdoors really throws at me. I love the idea of being away from home all summer, and that sounds bad, but I promise it's not because I hate my family or anything. I just love summertime as it's my time to get new experiences. That's what it's basically been my entire life, and I intend to keep it that way. Just, it's a chunk of time where I can go and be away from everyone I know and just meet all new people and do a totally new thing and have it not be permanent, but be able to look back and be like, oh, that was the summer that I was at Walton's Grizzly Lodge, that kind of thing. Okay, the big thing that I want to know about Walton's Grizzly Lodge is the campers, because that's what like makes or breaks your experience as a counselor every summer. So I feel like I want to know where the campers are from, what their life experience is usually like, what kind of things they generally like to do and don't do. And I feel like that, that really says a lot about the camp. I love camp. I love kids. I love California. Um, Mostly, Walton's Grizzly Lodge attracted me because it seems like a much more down to earth and relaxed sort of environment than the camps that I've been used to attending and working at. Arts and crafts, I can teach that. Ceramics, I could probably assist with a little coaching. Etched glass, I don't really. I've never done that before. I don't know what it is. Lanyards, oh, I can teach lanyards. I can teach lanyards so good. I'm so good at those. Weaving, I could probably teach with a little bit of guidance at the very beginning. Photography, I'm a pretty good photographer. I've never really used like a huge fancy schmancy camera though, so I could probably assist with that. Woodworking, I don't think I would be any help in any capacity. I'm very bad at woodworking. Archery, I could teach that. I love archery. I've been good at it for a very long time. Air rifle and riflery, haven't really had any experience with that. Probably couldn't do anything. Slingshot, I don't think that I could help with that. I've never really used a slingshot before. Tennis, I could assist. Golf, I'm not a big golfer. I don't think I could help with golf. Disc golf, I could probably assist with that. Soccer, I could assist. Basketball, I could assist. Street hockey, questionable. I could try. Skateboarding, probably not. Wrestling, definitely not. I've never wrestled anyone in my life. Lacrosse, yes. Oh, okay, I played lacrosse for 7 or 8 years. I got very good at it. I played varsity in my high school. I love lacrosse, so I would love to teach lacrosse. Dance I could assist at. Drama I could definitely assist at, possibly teach. Guitar I could assist. Song leading I could teach. I'm a very good song leader. Ropes course I could assist and teach with some training. I'm pretty good at low ropes. High ropes I would need a little bit more certifications for, I think. Swimming, I could teach that. Definitely assist, possibly teach. Sorry, water skiing I could teach. Windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding, I could definitely assist those. Potentially teach them once I got a little bit of coaching on that. Sailing, I could assist. Fishing, I could assist. Horseback riding, no, I've never ridden a horse before. Certifications, I am currently signed up for a class to get CPR and first aid certified. And if you wanted me to, I could definitely re-up my lifeguard certification. That expired in January, unfortunately. But it's pretty easy to just re-register and take like a refresher course, and then I would have that for the summer. So if I was hired for a position that required me to have my lifeguarding, I could definitely get that. If I'm hired, I just want to be like the best counselor I can be, which I know sounds corny, but I really just want to give the campers at Walton's Grizzly Lodge just like an amazing summer. And I think that I can do that. I also really want to be a really supportive and active member of the staff, because I know that the staff at every camp kind of makes their own little community. So I really want to be like an important member of that. I think that I could probably help out younger counselors just because I am a little older and a little bit more experienced. So people who are away from home or doing this for the first time or have never been to camp before, I think that I could really help them out with any kind of adjustments that they might be having. And I just think that I would be, awesome in a cabin with the kids, and I think that I could really make them love Walton's Grizzly Lodge if they don't already, obviously, and just really give them the summer of a lifetime. So I really hope that I get to talk to you guys again. I really hope that you're interested. And thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully to see you this summer.